All right, let's jump right in. We're going to be diving into the newest release from Keeno Worldwide today.
Ah, yes. A pretty significant artist in, like, hip-hop, rapped R&B.
Exactly. And the EP is called Beverly Hills Volume 2. Came out in 2023.
And wasn't there something about the number of releases?
Get this, it's his 28th studio EP.
28th. Wow. That's quite a catalog. Really puts things in perspective.
It really does. So, yeah, our deep dive today is basically focused on giving you the key takeaways from this 6-track collection.
28 EPs, though. You have to wonder how an artist with that much history approaches something new.
Right. Is it more of the same, or is he pushing in new directions?
Yeah, like sonically, lyrically, what's the vibe?
Well, that's the interesting part, isn't it? Beverly Hills Volume 2 seems to lean into exploration. It's very collaborative.
Oh, it's involved.
A whole mix of artists and producers. We've got So Special, Forbidden Rhythms.
Forbidden Rhythms. Yeah. They have a pretty intense sound usually.
Yeah, definitely a distinct energy. Then there's Luke White, K. Alexander Soundsmith Productions, Bass Knockers, and Dilly Got It Bumpin'.
That's a diverse lineup. Suggests he might be looking for different textures, different perspectives, maybe.
That's what it sounds like. So our goal here is really to, cut through and give you a real sense of what this EP is actually offering.
Makes sense. So starting broad, what's the overall feel, the first impression?
Well, the sources we looked at really point to Keeno Worldwide's continued growth, his evolution.
Evolution how? As a rapper, songwriter.
It seems like all of the above. Apparently, this EP really shows his development not just in writing, but also composition and, interestingly, audio engineering, too.
Audio engineering. So taking more control behind the board as well.
Seems like it, like a more holistic approach to the craft.
That's interesting. For someone so established, still pushing the technical side, you wonder what specific production choices might stand out compared to, say, earlier work.
And it feels like that technical growth might be linked to the storytelling. The EP is described as weaving vivid narratives. Sounds like it draws on personal stuff, but also his professional journey.
Ah, that blend. Personal experience and, like, the music industry grind. That can be really compelling territory for lyrics.
Definitely. Allows for reflection, maybe sharing lessons learned, stuff listeners might connect with,
Exactly. So how does that translate to the mood or the sound?
Well, sonically, it's pitched as a, quote, seamless blend of genres and innovative production techniques.
Seamless blend.
Yeah.
Always tricky to pull off without sounding, like, disjointed.
True. But it suggests he's not afraid to mix things up, push boundaries a bit. Could be really refreshing if you're tired of the same old thing.
Any idea which genres are being blended and how the production tries to stitch them together smoothly?
Good question. Let's maybe look at the tracks themselves. Might give us some clues.
Okay, yeah. Track by track. What's first?
First up is Different, produced by So Special.
Different, okay.
And word is, this one sets a really dynamic tone right off the bat. Like, it grabs your attention immediately.
Sets the stage. So what makes it dynamic? Is it the beat, energy, lyrics?
The source doesn't specify how, just that it feels dynamic. Could be tempo, maybe an unexpected sound.
Or just a bold opening statement, perhaps? Okay, what's next?
Then we've got Glory. This one's a collaboration with Forbidden Rhythms.
Ah, Forbidden Rhythms again. So, likely high energy.
Seems like it has an anthemic quality. Really connects with themes of triumph, resilience, overcoming obstacles.
Anthemic. Okay. So maybe big hooks, powerful beat. Especially with Forbidden Rhythms involved, you'd expect something impactful.
Sounds like the kind of track you'd play to get hyped up, maybe?
Could be. How does their style mesh with that theme of triumph, though? Interesting pairing.
Next track is Gold Rush, and this one's produced by Luke White.
Luke White, okay.
The key description here is infectious rhythm. Sounds like it's designed to get stuck in your head, make you move.
An infectious rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that often comes down to a killer bass line or a really catchy drum pattern.
Exactly. Luke White probably focused on crafting that groove. Makes you wonder what style of rhythm it is, Trap. Maybe something else.
Could be anything, really. Okay, after Gold Rush.
Then we hit an interlude. It's called Interlude. Dope Game.
An interlude, okay.
Produced by K. Alexander Soundsmith Productions. And there's also a remix mentioned by Chinks and Talk.
A remix of an interlude. That's kind of unusual.
It is. It's described as a thought-provoking pause. So maybe a shift in mood, a moment to reflect.
Yeah, interludes often serve that purpose. breaking up the flow, maybe offering a different perspective. The remix adds another layer, like maybe multiple takes on the same idea.
Right. And following that pause,
Let me guess, the energy picks back up.
you got it. Track 5 is Large on the Streets, crafted by Bass Knockers.
Bass Knockers. The name kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's flagged as a high-energy track, so definitely a contrast after the interlude.
Smart sequencing, maybe. Bring the energy down, then bam, hit them with something hard. Bass Knockers probably delivers on the, bass.
Likely a heavy beat, designed to make an impact.
Makes sense. And the final track. How does it wrap up?
The closer is With You, produced by Dilly Got It Bumpin'.
Silly got bumping. Okay.
This one is described as having emotional depth. Seems like it plays a key role in concluding the whole EP experience.
Ah, the closer. Always important. Emotional depth suggests maybe something more personal, more introspective, perhaps.
That's the impression. Kind of bringing it all home thematically or sonically. You wonder how it ties everything together, right? Gives that sense of closure.
Definitely. The last track leaves the final taste. So, if people want to hear this for themselves, where can they find it?
Good point. It's readily available streaming on YouTube right now.
Nice and easy, so people can listen after hearing our thoughts and, form their own opinions.
Exactly. And it's not just the music. If you really connect with it, there's Keeno Worldwide merchandise available too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they ship internationally. So, options for showing support. They also have digital gift cards.
Merch and gift cards. Standard ways for fans to engage more deeply, be part of the artist's world.
For sure. And if you want to stay in the loop, the source mentions a weekly newsletter.
A newsletter? What's in that?
Apparently that's where you get exclusive content, updates, the latest news directly from the source.
Direct line to the fans. Smart way to build that community connection.
So yeah, wrapping up our impressions, Beverly Hills Vulcan really seems to underscore Keeno Worldwide's commitment, to his art, to his audience.
It sounds like the focus is on both solid production and compelling storytelling. Not just beats, but narrative too.
Right. Making it a potentially valuable listen for anyone who appreciates, modern music artistry and thoughtful songwriting.
It definitely comes across as more than just 6 random tracks thrown together. Seems like a cohesive statement.
And if you want more info, the Keeno Worldwide website is the place to go.
They have a website with more details.
Yeah. And they make a point of saying they respect privacy, all rights reserved, the usual stuff. Good to know they're mindful of that online.
Always important these days. Builds trust.
So thinking back on our dive into Beverly Hills Volume 2, we've seen it's his 28th EP, which is just wild.
It really is. And it marks another step in his artistic journey, it seems.
From that dynamic, start with different, right through to the emotional close with you.
Yeah, it sounds like a journey across those 6 tracks. Different textures, different collaborators, different moods.
It really offers this blend of sonic exploration and personal narrative.
And that blend seems key. It's like a snapshot of an artist who's still exploring, still refining, even after so many releases. Using collaborations to push things, focusing on production and story.
Absolutely. It almost feels like listening to this EP gives you a little window into what's happening in hip-hop and R&B right now.
For sure. And insight into how a veteran artist keeps things fresh, stays relevant, but also stays true to their own voice.
So maybe a final thought for you, the listener. As you check out this EP, and you can find it on YouTube, think about that interplay.
The interplay between the stories he's telling, the personal stuff, and the actual sound, the craftsmanship of the music.
Exactly. How does that combination shape your experience? Take a listen. And hey, if it resonates, maybe check out the newsletter or the merch. It's all part of engaging with the artist's ongoing story.